So we had to wait to weed eat and mow in the front yard until the nursery was empty. So now that all the babies are out, then that's going to be a project for Rodney. We have all this to weed eat and mow. So we got by the roses here and over by the front of the nursery and all over here. And it's just a little overgrown over here too, because the reason that we don't mow and weed eat while we're using the nursery is because the noise is really echoes into the nursery, since it's a metal shed and it scares the babies. So now Rodney gets to work on some of this grass that's been growing so tall. Well, we didn't get it before he started, but Rodney's weed eating the yearling pen. You can see where the electric fence is, so he's weed eating all of this, and he's got to weed eat the rest all the way up to the house. And when he gets done weed eating everything, then he's going to clean out the house and around the feeder, and we'll put fresh sand. And this is to get ready for the babies to be able to go in here. This is where we put them after they leave the baby pens. The baby pens are right over there, and they'll be coming out here pretty soon. It's got the stuff weed eated down now. Looks a little better. And there's by the roses. The rest of the yard. You can even see the forsythia bush now. I know it's not the garden update, but I just wanted to show you that we have our first tomato ripe. It's a little yellow cherry tomato. There's lots more blooms on that plant. There's more tomatoes and more blooms. Yeah, I think we'll have a lot of tomatoes soon. Well, the yearling pen is all weed eated. We weren't able to put the babies out except a little bit in the afternoon. We let them come out and play because the pen never got cleaned. As you can see, Rodney has it all weed eated now. The stuff he had to do before, or that he did before, is growing back up, but that's fine because the goats can eat that. So the unexpected event that I mentioned earlier is the reason for the break in the video footage, and I'm breaking at that point in the footage to explain why there was a delay. So the unexpected event was Rodney had a heart attack. He was weed eating the driveway and he started feeling bad and came up to the house, and I realized he was having a heart attack, so we called the ambulance, and the surgeon met him at the ambulance, and they took him in and immediately put a stent in and stopped the attack. But he did damage 20% of his heart, so he's been on slow mode, not doing much anything that would be strenuous or exert his heart. If you hurt your arm or your leg, you just don't use it, and that rests the muscle and it heals. With your heart, the only way to rest the heart, which is actually a muscle, is to make it beat less. and the way to do that is to sleep or to rest. So he told him if he's tired, go lay down. If he falls asleep, great, at least rest. So he's been doing that when he's tired, and he's not been doing things to exert himself, not been making his heart pump any faster than it has to, so it can rest. So that means not very much is getting done around here, and it'll probably be a while before Rodney can do things. So that's the unexpected event. That's the change in our life right now. And Rodney should be having more surgery. It looks like he has other arteries that are blocked, so they're waiting for the heart to heal to be able to do that surgery. So right now we're kind of on wait mode with that, and he just had another echocardiogram. We'll see how things look. We have an appointment coming up, and we'll go from there on that. So now to say the blessings, of course the first blessing is I was able to realize what it was. The ambulance got here, took him to the ER. The surgeon was there, met him, got the stent put in, stopped the heart attack, and he's doing fine. He's very tired, but he's doing fine. So that's a huge blessing in our family. The other blessing is our sons have stepped up and helped. They chauffeured, of course, when I was going back and forth to the hospital, and when Rodney was in the hospital for 4 days, and we were all working together trying to coordinate that. They were helping with the goats and the chores and all that, and while he was here for the few days Chris was here, he was trying to get the weed eating done that Rodney was wanting to do, because we knew that there's a time limit on that, because here in Oregon we have fire season, and you hit a certain point and you could only weed eat till 1 o'clock. That's what it was at that point. And after that it drops to 10 o'clock, which is what it is now, and anytime they will be cutting off all mowing and weed eating, chainsawing. You won't be able to do it again till fall. So we had a deadline on the weed eating, and we wanted to get those dry weeds out of here, or from around the house and the yard and the driveway. So he was working on that, and so he went home. Rodney got out of the hospital, and we found out that Jesse is able to unload our hay off the truck. So Rodney went to get the hay, which this is the amount of hay that we get when we get a load of hay every 2 to 3 weeks. That is a ton, and Jesse unloaded our ton of hay when we had to get hay last weekend, and so we know that Jesse can do that for us from now on. So when we get the hay, Rodney can go get it because he's driving again, and Jesse can unload it. Well, also Chris and our grandkids came down and to help, and they had it planned out for last Saturday, which was scheduled to be 106 degrees. So I emailed him and said, maybe you want to postpone this. It's going to be 106 degrees out. And he said, nope, we'll come down. So Bella came down to play games with Grandpa, and Luke came to help, and Chris came to help, and doing things outside for us. So what we needed done was the weed eating needed to be finished before 1 o'clock. So they left at 6 a.m. They got down here at 9:30, and Chris weed eated. It went out pretty quick, started weed eating, and he weed eated till 1. He did have some breaks. We had a lot of Gatorade, body armor, and all that. And basically 3 bottles of water and 1 bottle of something with electrolytes and things. So he was having breaks and drinking fluids, and Luke was doing some moving pots and things, and Grandpa had some branches that needed moved, and so he did that for Grandpa. And then he started cleaning on the yearling pen, and I know Luke had at least 5 of my wheelbarrows full, and not the light stuff, the heavy stuff. He was pitchforking in the house, and he got at least 5 wheelbarrows before Chris got finished weed eating at 1 o'clock, and Chris went out and started helping him clean the yearling pen. And then Luke came in shortly after that and was doing things with Uncle Jesse, and of course Bella was still in there doing things with Grandpa. And so Chris worked on the yearling pen from 1 o'clock until about 5 or so, and it was 104 at 1 o'clock, and it was 100. It got to be 106, and it came down to 105. It was still 105 when he got done around 5 o'clock. And yeah, he did get my yearling pen cleaned out, and he also put sand in it, so it is all ready for the babies to live out there now. So that's awesome. So there's just a few things that our sons have helped with, and it's a huge blessing to have two great sons like that will step up and help where needed. And of course, Jesse's still helping and still driving, coming in with us to Medford when we have things in case Rod doesn't feel like driving back. And yeah, there's just been a lot of things that Jesse's been doing here at the house to help out still. And it's really nice to have family to step up and help when it's needed. So I'm sure I'll be updating you on Rodney later in some of the other videos, but I just wanted to let you know that is why we had a break in the footage, and I have the break in the video to show what happened after all of that. So we'll continue with the video now. When he was weed eating, the day he was weed eating, now while he was weed eating this, that he was going to be cleaning the pen out so that I could put the babies out here to stay, is when he had his heart attack. So here we are 3 weeks later, and the pen is not cleaned out yet. So my son and grandson are coming down from Salem today, and they're going to work on getting the feeder cleaned out. And they'll clean the house out and all around the house and the feeder on the ground. And then I'll put sand down, and then I can put the babies out here gradually all the time. So right now they're only getting to play out here for a couple of hours in the afternoon. And I usually don't put them out at all, but Rod had a nerve injury and couldn't do it the weekend about a month and a half ago that he was going to clean it, and then the next Saturday he had off is when he had the heart attack. So we're a little behind in everything, so we're going to get this done, get the babies out here all the time, so they'll be really happy. Because as you can see, there's a lot more room for the babies to run and play and nibble on things and be baby goats. And Nicasio will stay out here for a year, and then she'll get to go with the milkers when she's bigger. Can you tell it's hot? And there's Namara and Maverick. They'll get to go out there eventually. Not yet. Hard to see in there, but the house is all cleaned out. Feeder is clean and has new hay in it. And then outside the house is all clean. The house and outside has sand. Everything's all nice for the babies. They were out here today, And they'll get to come out a little more every day till they're used to it. And that's where the compost was put. So now they have that to jump and play on, and it'll turn into dirt. We're trying to fill that area in. So thanks for watching about our weed eating and getting the yearling pen done. Always something to do on a farm. Just another day. So thanks for watching, and have a great day. We'll see you next time.